Alrighty. Last time, the Blue Rose 5 banners high. Plots thickened as it seemed that Kelly was framed for something that, as far as we know, she didn't do. Who knows? As they got evidence and various instructions, um, both about the goings on about prom monarchs as well as other things, and we went through our morning schedule, and with this, we're headed into our afternoon classes. After we've discovered that she's under suspicion, her crown may be taken away should she be founded, but there is enough doubt so that she's not quite under arrest. The nobility of the house that the Blue Rose has thrown her into, at least the network and the powers that be, seem to be protecting her that way just a little bit. And so it is with that we jump in. Who would like to start us off with the afternoon?
Wise can, because Wise has set this kind of up a couple days. Well, not really a couple days, but earlier, way before Kelly got all set up and is now accused. She had slipped into Drick's room and placed a note. So as the group heads back off to their morning classes, Lies kind of just slowly falls behind and then just slowly starts heading down the way towards Lover Lane, where she has a rendezvous with Drick. But as she gets closer, she steps into the alley using her uncanny disguise and comes back out as Kelly, and then waits for Drick.
Okay. This is your afternoon here. All right. I'm quickly getting over to where a lot of this is. Can you remind me about Drick real fast? Oh,
Drick is
I got it.
frog.
I just came up on my screen. There we go. Brain activated. So what's up? But the note, he comes in and looks, and you're disguised as Kelly?
Yep, that's who the note said to me.
Okay. Perfect. That he on over and goes, hey, you kind of smiles a little bit. I got your note.
Yeah, there's been so much commotion going on today. Have you heard about it?
I mean, yes, I heard about the dogs, and man, did that Peridot, she's your friend, right? She murdered those things. That was, I mean, I think she needs to we need to be on the crew team, I gotta tell you.
Well, I'll definitely have to pass it on to her. Here, come sit by me. And as he sits next to her, she's just going to be like, Trick, there's something I need to tell you, but I also need your help with something.
All right.
Oh.
What's that?
Well, I mean, I don't know if you've heard the rumors, but can you believe they're saying I'm the one that's doing this? And the reason behind it?
Well, yeah, I heard that definitely. But you know, it's the high. There's always rumors. That's what this whole thing is, and I mean, your reputation's in the gutter, but
My reputation's in the gutter. Ugh,
I mean, attempted murder. You
yeah,
know,
but I would never do that.
Traitor to Five Banners. You know,
See, that's why I need your help. You believe that I'm innocent, right?
yeah,
Good.
of course you are.
See, I want to tell you something, but you have to promise that you can't let anyone else know you heard this.
All right, cross my hearts.
I heard from my other friend Liz, who's in Hilltop. She was talking to me about some research project she was doing where I think she came across some secret family that was once part of Hilltop that is now an Armadan family. I mean, I don't know. She really seemed like once she learned that information, she might have like an edge up. And I mean, it wouldn't be you, Drake, right? I mean, that's obviously not your family.
But no.
Yeah, so I just wanted to give you a heads up. She might be pulling ideas that it might be your family. If you could help me maybe figure out who's behind this of trying to put these charges against me, I can keep an eye on Lies for you.
Yeah. I mean, I can definitely keep my eyes open and my ears wide. We've got our own things we're doing, and if I hear anything, I can let you know.
She'll kind of just place her hands on his leg. Thank you so much. You're such a great friend, and you're really cute.
All right. I'm going to let you have the advantage D6 here.
Oh, I already have it, but thank you.
Okay, perfect. Then go ahead and give me charm what?
Presence.
Thank you, presence.
Okay. I'm spending a favor here for subversion. That's going to give me a +3 on top of this roll. Actually, no, that's going to give me okay. And then the D6. That's a 26 with hope.
Very nice. He grabs Kelly's hand that is Lies. Goes, don't worry, I'll make sure you're all right.
Thank you. I have to get back to cheerleading practices.
Yeah. Well, do a good job.
You too. Win the race.
All right. That's what Lies nature happened in the afternoon. Who next?
I'll go next. I vaguely remember us talking about like some kind of like end of the year project that we had to do when we were creating the school and everything. Was it a play or something? I don't 100% remember.
I seem to remember you guys were talking about a play that had to ultimately come together.
Yeah. So I had written out that I was going to have a class with Vern and that we had to be partners for some kind of like inter house thing. And the reason why we were partnered together is because Voldane and Gestation are not on great terms. So that's why we were partnered together.
Okay.
But Vern and I know each other through Ace. So whilst we're not exactly friends, we're acquaintances.
Okay. And so, yeah, he kind of knows, all right, I know Ace and I know you. And so this is your sociology project. Correct?
May I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, may I impose myself on your scene, Molly, and join in?
Yeah, sure.
Because we got distracted during lunch, but I had actually made arrangements with Vern during the end of our lunch period. We were supposed to be practicing self-defense. So could I have linked up with Vern, and you and Vern are working on your sociology project, but at the same time I'm sparring him?
Sure.
Beautiful.
It's like we're talking about figuring out what topic we're gonna do, kind of thing. So it's like we haven't even like begun to work on our project. And besides, self-defense makes all the thought juices flow, you know? Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. So you've worked on that. Just saying that, or is there something you wanted to do?
That works out for me.
Okay.
I didn't really have anything like super concrete planned, other than like I was going to see if I could suss out what Ace is up to with his friends.
So maybe you might be there. So Nayland, you kind of jumped into this, and then really sounds like Ace. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, Nayland had nothing to say other than, so I imagine just in the background there's like,
Yeah. It's like, that's right. Next page over there. Yep.
exactly.
Yes. Oh, I think there definitely should be a light in the back for drama. Maybe a continue. Ow! Oh. Right. Focus. So the Kelly or Ace.
There's nothing specific like a scene I need to have, but Ace is probably just in detention. I guess he would probably be trying to figure out who has the keys to the locks that he encountered earlier.
Okay. Interesting. Give me a knowledge roll, please.
I can do that. Sorry, I did not have my character up for some reason. Now it wants to take forever. Critical success.
A 13, and I have a -1. 2 7s.
All right. In that case, that is amazing. So 5 keys are held by 5 different faculty members that you're able to understand here. So 1, you're able to get 2 from here. So 1 is going to be, so trying to get all this together so I can find it quicker. But Professor Krum, who's over history itself. And then the other here to be Coach Donner. And you know that there was, what you read about the keys is that they are meant to be secure for a lot of the school records and all those types of things. And because of that, there is a faculty member, one from each house, that's loyal to each house, that keeps it, so that it would take all 5 coming together and then presumably watching whomever, if one of them would ever need to go through it. So it couldn't be done on the down low.
That would be all I would want to get done during that time.
Very good. Anything for Kelly?
Well, as mentioned before, this was the day of the gymnastics tryouts, where she was putting together the team. So she would have not taken part in her end of day lab. Her lab partner is usually Drick, who spends the whole time flirting with her, but she would have gotten excused from that to go to the gymnasium with Sophie and probably Professor Donner to have students kind of participate. And I also figured that would be a good place for her to have her companion delivered to her.
Okay. So in this comes in from the delivery service on campus. See, it's covered in some black cloth, and out of the black cloth there's a slit that has this nice metal handle. This very strong cage goes. Oh, here you go. Message to from your house, and they hope that it does well for you. And so I was instructed to read this to you. It does well, and that this will be enough of relations and communications for the year. And drops it down.
Thank you. And, she'll kind of feel out the box and open it up, and poking its head out is a blue-scaled, golden-eyed little reptilian. And she kind of realizes what he is almost right away. And when Sophie says that she should name her or name him, she'll think back to home, and really the only pet she's ever had was a Tamagotchi. And so she will say I'll name him Tamagotchi. And she'll pet him while he kind of comes up and sits down next to her while she is working with Donner to complete the gymnastics team tryouts and listening to their input, while also just kind of getting to know Tamagotchi.
There you go.
And she'll just say, "Oh, at least I don't have to put up with Drick flirting with me throughout my last period. For once."
I think as the last is like you're just about to finish up gymnastic tryouts and everything. Lies comes in because am I late for tryouts? This is awkward.
No. Would you like to try out?
Yeah, I think it might
Okay.
be good.
And I'll walk over with Tamagotchi and
Oh my god, what? Hello?
hey, Elias, do you want to try out for gymnastics?
Yeah. What's
Okay.
that?
Oh, this is my new companion to keep me safe after what happened the other day. My family sent him to me.
He sent you a giant lizard.
Well, he's more than just a little lizard, and I think Elias would probably recognize this is almost like a dragon wormling, so a highly intelligent beast.
They couldn't have sent you like a dog?
I
Well-
don't know.
No offense. Do you understand me? Hold on. Does it understand me?
Goes up to Kelly.
I would assume he does. And he's also very protective. Almost to the extent that he's like looks at Kelly like Kelly's his pet.
Well, that's definitely something new. I'm glad for you, Kelly.
Okay, so do you know some basic tumbling moves?
I fell out that window once of your house.
Okay. Can you do a cartwheel?
Nope.
All right. What about handstand?
What's that?
It's where you stand on your hands.
Okay.
Go ahead and give it a shot, and I'll spot you.
Okay. What do I have to roll here, Matt?
All right, this could be agility.
Okay.
And I'm
Oh.
going to. I don't have this to give you. I'm sorry. Crap.
That's fine. This makes it more exciting. Well, that's a 12 with hope.
12 with hope. Yeah, that's enough to do this gymnastic move. Absolutely. Get your hope.
Right. So, yeah,
Concentration.
I go ahead and spot her so that I help her with her form. All right, that's good. That's good. Let's try two more things. A cartwheel.
Okay.
That I demonstrate for you what one looks like.
Is that more strength or agility?
Definitely agility.
Okay. Well, that's a 10 with hope.
All right. That you go to do it, and whoa!
I think I kick your dragon in the face.
Yeah. Gets kicked right in the face. I'm going to have you mark your stress over this as you're like, ah!
Yeah, that's fine. No.
Yeah.
Whoops. Oh, God.
It's okay. It's okay. Okay. And I kind of grab your hips as you're kind of completing the cartwheel. Okay. All right. We can work on that. Let's try one more thing.
Okay.
What about a flip? Can you do a flip? or
I
a
can
rollover? Okay. And I will go ahead and demonstrate one, and then I kind of clap my hands as a cheerleader to give you a hope.
Okay, I will.
You can do it,
spend a hope
Lies.
For Blue Rose connection in this. Here we go. Add 2 to this. There you go, Matt. I knew it was coming. It's a 13 with
Yes.
fear.
Oh
Okay.
no.
That will succeed, and I'll take my fear.
All right.
Liz does this, and she lands it perfectly, and then right like 10 seconds later, her foot stitching rips, and she kind of collapses to the ground.
Yeah, it's like, oh, and there's all this commotion. People run. You don't want them to quite see, so mark another stress, Josh.
I just kind of bend down to help you with your ankle. Don't worry about it. Okay, Lies, I think we can work with this. If you start coming to practice, we'll start perfecting your form, and you'll have spotters. So yeah, I think we can get you started on some basic routines, and eventually you'll be up with the rest of us.
If you think so, Kelly, thanks. That was challenging.
I know. Hey, and you were out of your comfort zone. That's the first step.
Yeah, thanks. I have to go find Peridot. Can you? Hold on, let's try to contact Peridot. Yes, that's a 19 with hope. Peridot, you feel a vine wrap around your hand while you're doing what you're doing, and you get a message from Lias going, when you have time, could you make your way to the gymnasium? My ankle ripped off.
Am I able to talk back to Lies through the connection?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, your leg ripped off. Are you okay? You only have one leg?
No, just my ankle. I'm good.
You only have one foot? I'll be there in a minute. Ah. And then you just hear distressing noises.
Lights, I thought the wish I made a long time ago helped you with this.
No, it did, but it didn't help me all the way. There's
Oh.
still parts of me. Yeah.
Well, hey,
Hmm.
listen, we'll just pretend like it's a sprain for everybody else, okay? And I take some athletic tape and just kind of wrap it up for now, and then help you up on your feet to get you to a seated area.
Thanks, Kelly. Yeah, I'll just wait here and watch you guys finish up.
I'm surprised Nayland didn't want to try out.
I thought she would be here already.
And then the door busts open, and there's Peridot breathing heavily. I ran here as fast as I could. Where's the patient?
She's right over here, Peridot.
And I imagine it really comedic of it's your whole foot is in one hand and your ankle is in the other hand. And she's just like, okay, I think I can do this. And then Peridot's going to kind of pluck out of the air what looks at first to be nothing, and then it just kind of appears as if there's a zip in in reality itself almost, as she pulls forth this little glowing needle, and she kind of just sews your foot back on the right way, not the wrong way. And you can also clear a hit point while you're at it.
Thanks, Peridot.
It's no problem. What are you guys doing?
Oh, Peridot, you should meet Tamagotchi. Tamagotchi, this is Peridot.
Peridot kind of look. I feel like despite the fact that they're probably the same height, she kind of just like her eyes go big, and she's like, "You have a dragon?
He's a dragon?
Looks like a dragon."
Oh. I guess. I think he was just sent here to protect me after what happened the other day.
Although, she kind of like picks up what I think are supposed to be like his like small wings. Does Tamagotchi have wings?
Yeah, he would have
Wings,
wings.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just like these small, like not quite flyable yet wings. Because wormlings can't fly yet, can they?
Right. I think
it's
they
like,
take some
I
time
think
before
he
they're able to
needs
do
to
that.
do some growing.
Yeah. Well, we'll take care of him until then. And I just kind of pat him on the head.
Well, between the rest of us and Liza and myself, we don't really need to eat much. So there's plenty of extra stuff to eat when we're around.
Great.
We'll give you our extras. Peridot Sage whispers to Tamagotchi.
But apparently, according to the note, he's also supposed to help me get around campus better. So that's nice.
Oh, speaking of, about, the whole, proving you innocent thing. I have an idea.
Yeah?
Well, Liza actually brought it up, and then I kind of just like went with it. So everyone was saying that they saw someone who looked like you running away. And we all know that you running right now can sometimes involve bumping into things. And whilst that is no fault of your own, that is also a big plot hole in their suspicion.
Right?
So we just gotta that's something we can put on our list of things to prove Kelly's innocence.
Well, whoever's taking my form, I mean, who would do such a thing? Who would
I
take my
know.
appearance? That's just sick.
That's
Must
just
be
very
a really
weird.
Terrible.
Yeah,
Such a person would just have to be sick in the head, right?
You're such a comeback.
totally. They would just have to like live with their very demented mother, raised all alone. Who would ever do that, Kelly?
I don't know, but thanks for keeping me informed. I didn't want to take up any more time. I know if Nayland had a scene.
Nope, nothing.
So maybe we could contact everybody, get together tonight, and talk about what we can do for our investigation.
Yeah. I don't remember, but when were we going to be, venturing down there to fight the monsters?
I don't know.
They didn't give us a schedule about it yet.
They said the morning.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Okay,
So tomorrow morning.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, Tamagotchi got here right on time. Okay, well, did we need to meet up and discuss anything before then? Could somebody contact Ace or Nayland?
Why are you both looking at me?
I'm not looking at anyone.
Yeah, but you're facing me.
I'm
It's fine.
sorry.
No. It's
Here,
fine.
and then I kind of like just like turn Kelly a quarter of a few degrees so she's facing the wall.
Is that better?
It was, yeah. And then I will kind of use my spell or ability again and try to see if it works. I guess we will go with Nayland first. 17. Haha. With hope. Nayland, we're in the gymnasium. Kelly was hoping we could all meet up here in a little bit and discuss her investigation. Kelly, where do you want us to meet?
Well, we can go back to the animal house, right? Or if one of you has
it's
a
probably
place.
not a good idea that we keep on going there since they keep it. That's kind of the crime scene.
Oh, well, why don't we go to
all this, by the way?
Isn't there like an outside park that we go to?
Oh yeah, we can go there. Oh, so Nayland, yeah, we'll go to that park.
Nayland gets this communication from Lies, and she sort of jolts up. She's kind of nodding off in the middle of history class with Professor Snoot Snoot. And she's like, oh, thank fuck. I'll head over right now. I need to get out of here. And she will just sort of get up and leave class. And class is still going on, and she's not really trying to hide it. She's here on scholarship, but her academic performance doesn't super duper matter as long as she does good in her crew team. And she gives Professor Snoot Snoot a big peace sign.
I don't like how you portray student athletes.
I guess I will contact Ace since I totally forgot to ask Nayland to grab him. Aha! Tony with hope. Hey Ace, we're meeting up all at the park to talk about what's going on with Kelly's investigation and see if we can figure anything out. Are you out of detention yet?
No, but I'll leave.
Won't that just get you another detention?
So
Okay.
Ace just walks out.
Yeah.
If anyone tries to stop him, he just pretends like he can't hear.
All right.
Nice.
I kind of grab Tamagotchi by the tip of the tail. Tamagotchi, take me to the. Oh, it's kind of blurry on my screen. Let me.
Glitter Grove?
The Glitter Grove.
Yeah, I put a call to Artemart, see if she can focus. I don't know if she'll be able to get vertical for us, but
Okay.
Josh put a picture in Discord a while ago too.
Is it in the gym chat?
Session notes.
Okay. Wow. A lot of session notes these days.
Indeed.
Is it? Because I'm going back to Darkest House all of a sudden. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yep. The Glitter Grove.
All right. So in the little grove, as the night comes on, the fireflies are out, shining as we're getting close to evening. And it's kind of pre-evening, so they're just sort of beginning here and there. And the trees all around us currently have ripened apples that have a few bees going in and out and making their time there. What'd y'all like to do?
when Naylan arrives, she's kind of like skip walking, and she sort of flings her backpack on the ground and takes a seat in the grass.
Is it focused on that?
No.
I just kind of follow Tamagotchi till he gets me there, and then leads me to a place
Yes.
to sit down.
Yes, 3.
Ace kind of looks the opposite of Naylan. He looks miserable. Looks like he hasn't slept since he got here.
Is anyone here?
Liz gets there and she just looks stressed out. She's chewing on her nails, pulling at her hair. Very stressed out now today.
Yeah, Kelly, I'm here. Lies just walked up. Ace is here, technically. I'm not sure if he's here mentally, spiritually, emotionally.
Okay. Well, this is Tamagotchi. For those of you who haven't met him, he's going to be kind of like a bodyguard for me.
Does he look friendly?
He actually does. He's probably kind of going around gathering like tiny little fruits and bringing them to Kelly as if he needs to feed his pet.
Neat. Nice to meet you, Tamagotchi.
So, tomorrow... Wait, is Perdo here yet?
I've been here.
Oh, hey Perdo. So tomorrow, we're going to be going down in that, scary place. So, before then, I figured we could at least talk about what our game plan is regarding making sure I don't get arrested. Any clues
Well,
yet?
As long as we don't give them any more evidence while we're down there, you should be good.
Okay.
Has anybody been able to figure anything out?
Nothing on my end. I had a busy afternoon.
Well, I was thinking one of the things that we have is they said that they saw someone who looked like Kelly running away. So there's that.
Yeah.
There was also how they got the ritual in the first place. I don't know where we would find something like that here.
I take out the parchment that I've been carrying around and offer it out to someone. We still also have this. This is a lead we haven't quite figured out yet. Apparently, it's something that was in my drawer.
I could maybe take a look at that.
Kelly, have
See
you
if I-
been back to your... Oh, sorry, Lies, go ahead.
No, go for it, look, Neil.
Well, Kelly, have you been back to your room? Was there anything else that you noticed maybe at a place that I missed?
I tried to go there earlier, but it was such a mess and I couldn't even get in. So, yeah, I don't know. I figured I'd find a place, maybe somebody at my dorm to sleep with tonight and then figure it out tomorrow. But maybe Tamagotchi can help me clean it up now. But I haven't really been able to even walk in there, to be honest. It was like I was worried I was going to step on something and break it.
Right. Well, anyway, Lies, what do you think you could do with the parchment?
Well, I mean, I have been spending a lot of time in the libraries lately. looking at old documents, I might be able to tell which house this came from. Maybe
That would help. Narrow it
Really?
down.
give us an inclination.
There's also another lead I've been working on. We could try to ask the animals. They would have seen the abduction. I've been working on my ability to talk to nature.
We could do both before. I mean, we have a little bit of time before morning.
Yeah, I think so. It wouldn't take long to ask questions, and I'm sure you could figure out what you need to regarding where it came from, and then we'll know which house we need to really keep an eye on in regard to this part. Because if it's mine, then I'm really screwed.
Peridot, did you finish telling us about those people that you thought were following you?
They looked like they were from Voldane, and there was a bunch of them. If I remember correctly, I think I wrote it down. Following her, a group of 4 others, so 5 Voldane students were following her.
Voldane and Polaris would both have a motive, at least. Both might be worried about their house lowering itself to the other one based on my family connection to Voldaris, but my actual connection to Polaris and what that could mean. At least that's what my brother tells me.
Ace's friend that was spying on us.
Not friend.
Right, sure. When he said he saw people going into the vault, he said there were 5.
One from each house, maybe.
Or the 5 from Voldane that were following Peridot.
Unless they're disguised as Voldane. It could just as easily be Polaris. Also,
That's
who
true.
else would have access to me like that? Like, when would they have taken those samples from me? Do you think they came in while I was asleep and just cut my uniform and cut my hair? And she kind of shivers at the very thought.
It
I'm
depends.
just gonna go ahead, Peridot.
It depends on how distracted you could have been in any of your classes either. I mean, this place is all new to all of us.
Yeah, but
Get distracted.
the thing is, it's hard to describe to you all, but I feel like I'm always hyper alert. Like trying to hear things or trying to feel out things. It's like ever since I lost my sight, I've been trying to just be super aware of my surroundings. So I can't imagine when somebody would have done that and I didn't notice.
I'm gonna say this just for the sake of saying it, not because I think it's true, not because I want to give it more time than it's worth, just because I'll kick myself if nobody points it out. But anyway, Kelly, you said you spent your morning with your brother in class and your brother's from Voldane.
I was just about to say the same thing, Nayland.
Yeah. I know. I guess
That's
if
a
I
time
did
when you're
let...
guarding down.
Yeah, I admit it could have been. I just hate to think there's another person I have to be suspicious of. But it's a lead. But why would he have told me all that information if it was him? It was like he was trying to protect me.
I mean, if I was gonna lie to you, I would tell you first.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, you guys don't know him the way I do. Like, he puts on a front, but when it's just me and him, he lets down his own guard. He talks to me like a person.
That's like one of the best ways to gain people's trust. To then lie to them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll keep it on the table, obviously. We'll look at these leads, and then tomorrow we'll go down and fight whatever we've got to fight.
Matt, by this point, have we done missions in the fifth door, or is this like our first one?
There would have been missions before this, yeah.
Cool. Okay.
You know enough that it is often like it changes often. When you go down, you've not gone down to like the same environment twice. Seems to depend on what's coming up.
Oh, but Liza's on the gymnastics team now.
Congrats.
Thanks. I was shocked as well.
Does that mean that tryouts in general were going good or bad?
No, they went really... What do you mean bad? She did really well.
Nice. Cool. Awesome.
You should have come, Nayland.
I've already got crew. It's already a lot. Practice twice a day.
Well, okay. So what order do we need to do these things in? Well, I guess I could ask those animals because we're right there, but I'm also just as curious about what house is responsible.
Well, I could head to the library while you talk to the animals.
Okay. I can meet up with you guys after.
Well, we probably shouldn't leave you down here by yourself with the animals. Not saying anything, Kelly, but just, in case another one goes missing and they try to blame you again.
Well, that's why I have Tamagotchi, right?
Yeah, but still, it might be good to have at least one of us here that's from a different house to help verify.
All right, so that's two things we need to look into. Did someone want to look into my brother? Well, I guess we only need to do
that.
All right. Yeah, I was just thinking out loud and realized if it's Voldane, then it would definitely need to be looked into. But if it's not, I guess he's off the hook.
But I have another idea about that paper that was in your room.
Yeah, Lice has it.
Lice, can I look at it real quick?
Here you go.
What does the paper look like?
It has like runic shapes on it that they're but they're not just ink. Like you can actually feel them. So they're there, and because you can feel them, at least in Kelly's mind, that means that it might have been intended for her. But she doesn't know what it did. I think Nayland's the only one who might have an idea.
Okay.
Well, the parchment looked like it was magic used to summon the hounds. There was a charm or something in the same drawer, but that disappeared when it affected Nayland, and I don't know that she was really aware that it happened.
Gotcha.
Right.
All right.
I just needed a refresher on whether or not it was like a paper that Kelly could feel what was on it, similar to like Braille, because that would be a big red flag on like Kelly can't even read what's on this paper, you guys. Like, you guys are supposed to be the magic cops here.
Yeah, that's what she had checked out last time when it was put in her hand. Was she was able to feel out the runes on it?
Yeah. By magic cops, I mean the security people.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Then continuing on.
All right.
So we get into the after classes thing. What do you want to do?
The only thing Kelly is going to do is she's going to check in by speaking to animals. She has to roll for that, and to see if she can get any information about the people who came and took Snowball.
Okay. So going down to the fur vault.
Yeah, and I think Liza is going to the library to investigate the parchment. And that's all I know so far.
Okay. Sounds like plans. So Kelly, you yeah, I mean if you're going down to Fur Vault, is anyone going with Kelly or just Kelly by herself?
Nealon wants to accompany Liz to the library for
Okay.
when that happens.
Then Ace will go with Kelly.
Okay. So in there you see the animals minus the one. You feel them as they kind of come up and snuggle, and otherwise everything looks fine.
Okay. So I'm going to now use my Nature's Tongue ability to try and roll for this. I'm going to use my Animal Lover experience as a hope. And let me refresh because I cannot roll. There we go. And additionally, before you make special roll, would the Fur Vault count as a natural environment based on what's in there, or no?
No.
Okay. All right. Let's see what she gets. Okay, so it's a 22 with fear. And according to this, on a roll with fear, the knowledge of the animal might be limited or come at a cost.
Okay. Nice.
So I would have chosen probably one of the wildcats I frequent with and kind of cast it on them to see if I could find out some information while talking to them about what happened. So when casting it, I would just say, hey, I wanted to ask you about what happened to your sibling.
Go. Oh. Yeah, they left.
Yeah. It looked like they were torn, like they had claw marks, like someone grabbed them.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I turned because someone I didn't see who, but someone put in all these snacks in the corner. We all went to the corner and then we heard noise, and when we turned, they were gone.
Wow, snacks sounds yummy. What kind of snacks did they bring?
Oh, meat.
Meat, okay. Did it taste like anything you've had before?
Oh, good meat.
Good meat, okay. And was it really hard and chewy, or was it
Oh yeah,
kind
very
of
chewy, nice and chewy.
chewy? I don't suppose any of it was left over, huh?
No.
Yeah. Okay. And when you saw them come in, was I with them?
I don't know. See here. White shoes.
White shoes. Okay. And when they were leaving with your sibling, did your sibling say anything, or
Oh, you think they left with them?
did they not?
I don't know.
Oh,
I just know they were gone. I don't know if they ran away or.
yeah, I'm really sorry. I'm not going to lie to you. Whoever took they're not coming back.
Oh.
They hurt them really bad,
Oh, that's not good.
and that's
We've
why
got more food. Do you think they'll give us the same amount? We
Well-
could get extra portions.
I'll see what I can do. Okay.
Okay.
But that's just why it's super important I try to find them, so that they have to pay for what they did. But thank you for telling me what you know. And I appreciate that. And I kind of just give him some scritches and leave him be. I take out a little bit of food items and kind of put them down for him, and then I will get up. Ace, we're gonna need, well, apparently white shoes. Whoever was in here and took Snowball, they had white shoes on. Okay.
Well, that narrows it down somewhat, at least.
They also apparently were feeding them hard and chunky meat. So that's the only two things I was able to get. But anyway, I guess we can head toward the library and see how the others are doing, unless there's anything you need to see around here.
No. I can't talk to him. I don't really want to.
Thanks for staying with me. And, I will tell Tamagotchi to lead us to the library.
All right, so Lies and Alien at the library. What is it that you're trying to do?
So Lies was going to pull out all the old historical records of each of the 5 banners, the history books mainly, and then she's going to put the paper next to them. And if Neelan's willing to help, she's going to try to say, let's try to match the handwriting and just like the paper and see if like there's any resemblance to even the language of like how the reward worded things.
Absolutely.
All right. So in that case, as you are spending your time, I would say one of you can lead a knowledge check.
I knew that.
All right. So then, Nayland, make your knowledge roll.
But that was Lies, right?
They're leading, but you're making you make yours to see if you add to theirs.
Oh, I forgot how to play Daggerheart. Okay, this is a stretch. But I'm wondering if... Okay, I have this feature path forward, which says that if I'm holding an object that's been to a location before, I can know the shortest, most direct way to go to this location. I don't want to use that to sort of be like a metal detector of like, which dormitory did this paper
Right.
come from? But could I maybe leverage it to assist me in this role somehow?
Sure. Let's do like an experience +2.
Okay. And I'll spend a hope for that.
Um,
It's not an experience, but I didn't know if I could give you a resource to get the benefit if you want.
yeah, that sounds good. Like
Okay.
that.
Cool. Well, I rolled an 11 with hope.
Mhm. So Liza, so yours -1.
Lovely.
Okay. I am spending a favor here for a story. And then I'm adding hope because I'm the GM's favorite. So that is going to be okay. So here we go. That's a 22 with hope.
Woo!
Okay. Going through the old lore and about all the houses and pursuing through it's very symbols in what they've done. It seems to be very ancient in its magic theory. Were you able to tell, like maybe 100 or so years ago or more? And seems to pull from a combination of kind of religious and theocratic symbols of Hilltop, as well as incorporating magical principles of Polaris.
Nailing, look right here. See, this is very much old symbols from Hilltop, and then I'm pretty sure these are new workings from Kelly's house of Polaris.
Shit. Maybe Kelly is right, and this is an organized effort.
And pushing a little further with this knowledge roll, you also can see that it just seems like it's very pricey. Like everything about it looks like it was done with very good ink. These things, which generally is a sign of Ordain.
I think Waldane might have a play in this too. This paper is not normal costing paper, or the ink even.
Hey, Lies, I know Perido's gonna talk to Goose, but do you think maybe you should help her follow up on that? Goose is a weirdo, but he does have a soft spot for you.
Why do I always track the weird ones? Why can't I just like attract the normal ones? Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I can talk to him. You don't think he's actually involved, do you? Like, he's Kelly's brother, right?
I don't think I've ever heard a straightforward word come out of his mouth. Kelly says he acts one way with her, but he's always seemed kind of like a snake to me.
Okay, I'll definitely keep an eye on this conversation. Well, they should be here soon, hopefully. Thank you for helping me with this.
I don't know if I was very helpful, but I got to watch you do something really cool.
Yeah, I've kind of grown accustomed to this library. It's kind of nice. I seem more in touch with knowledge and stuff lately. It's kind of cool.
For all the time we spend in schools, I feel like we don't actually spend a lot of time in school, you know?
That's why I'm taking advantage of it.
Yeah, it's been kind of nice to feel a little normal for a little while.
I think so. I should probably tell you something. I was digging through the history books earlier, and I might have found a connection of one of the Armadan families to Hilltop.
What do you mean?
One of the families from that used to be Hilltop are no longer Hilltop. At least from the outlook.
That feels weird, right? That's not usually how this works. People don't usually move around, right?
No, I don't think so. And it was dug very deep in there. Like I had to go digging to find it. It just felt very weird. I'm gonna dig into it more. I just thought I should tell you.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. What do you think of Kelly's lizard?
I think it's nice to see Kelly feeling comfortable in her space.
I think it wants to eat me.
Well, we won't let it. Promise.
Okay. I hope you guys don't, because I'm pretty sure Kelly wouldn't be able to see me if it did. Like, I think at that moment we probably hear you guys come up.
So, which house is it?
Which house isn't it?
That's the better question.
What'd you find out?
Well, I mean, so it's old and a lot of the verbiage comes from Hilltop, but a lot of the newer magical aspects of this all come from Polaris. And the craftsmanship of this is definitely
Is from who?
Voldane. So, like the ink
Oh.
and the
So Voldane, Polaris, and Hilltop. Okay. Nayland, can you put like a sleeping bag on your floor?
Yeah.
Great. Or
Wait,
nearly.
for you?
Well, yeah, I need a place to stay tonight, and I don't feel comfortable going back to Polaris with it being a mess and me possibly having somebody walk in there and grab my hair at night. I would ask Lies, but if Hilltop's also on the list,
That's true.
and Peridot's and Voldane, so I mean, if it's not cool, that's fine. Just tell me. I'll try to.
No. Of course it's fine.
In any case, I am sorry to put you out like that. There's still some things that kind of freak me out. Even after fighting crazy monsters in the 1920s. Okay, so we've narrowed it down to 3 houses. I assume that means, Peridot, are you going to check out Goose?
So while while Liz and Kelly, not Kelly, Nayland were busy investigating their stuff, Peridot was like trying to come up with a plan on like, because like talking to Goose was like her plan, and she was like, you know what? I'm just gonna sneak into his room when he's out of his room and go through his stuff, because Goose is a creature of habit, and he always goes to his classes on time, and he always is punctual. But in the after, if Liz distracts him, I'll sneak into his room and I'll go through his stuff and I'll find the secrets. Peridot talk to Goose? No, she's gonna sneak through his stuff. And then, as all of the talking was done, like around Peridot, she turns around and is like, "I'm gonna be a burglar again."
Wait, what?
Yeah. Well, I didn't catch any of what you guys were doing, but I came up with a perfect plan to figure out if Goose is involved, and that is to go through all of his stuff.
Oh, Peridot, if you do, see if he has any white shoes. It's one of
How
the
often
few
are you
clues.
hanging out with Ace?
Huh?
Huh?
You're burgling. How often do you hang out with Ace now?
I mean,
It's just economically feasible.
we haven't hung out a lot. I've only been in detention like 2 times.
What? You've been in detention?
Only 2 times.
Young lady, we are going to discuss your behavior at this university.
Oh, Kelly.
Can't just keep getting detention, Peridot. Just be super careful, please.
Of course. I'll make sure everything's folded exactly the way it's supposed to be, or hung in the perfect order.
And like I said, white shoes. Whoever went into the fur vault, one of the few clues Ace and I were able to get was someone who was wearing white shoes, and apparently they were carrying a type of meat, something that was really tough and chewy.
Okay.
And I suppose, I mean, the best way to make sure Peridot stays safe is if we have somebody distracting Goose. Right, Liz? And Nayland kind of rolls her head over in Liz's direction.
Yeah. I will take him on a walk.
Wait, what?
What?
What
You're
are your
going to Lover's
intentions
Lane?
with my brother? Are you and my brother dating?
No, definitely not.
Okay. She is
But
so
he has a
confused.
crush on me.
He what?
Yes, he keeps leaving these little notes in my room. I was
Why have-
eventually going to tell you, but it's awkward because I have feelings for you, and he has feelings for me, and Nayland's involved in this, and it just got
What?
way bigger. Oh,
Wait. He's never told me about this.
well, what do you think?
I mean, he tells me everything. Why wouldn't he tell me that he's interested in you?
Oh my gosh, Ace. They've upgraded from a love triangle to a love square.
Maybe he's just very shy about it, and I do kind of treat him badly. Sorry, Kelly.
No, he's probably
Liz-
into that.
Quickly hustles out the door.
Well, anyway, Liz, as you leave, she's still talking to you. Just, don't break his heart. Just,
Uh-huh. Break his heart. Got ya.
Oh my god.
Okay, so are we all systems go for after the practical tomorrow?
Yeah. Of course, you can wake me up tomorrow, Neelan.
Enjoy.
Alrighty. So, Elias, you're going to find a goose.
Yep.
Oh, that was happening right now?
Yeah.
Oh, I misunderstood. Okay, carry on. I apologize.
As she's heading to find Goose, she just takes this piece of, well, it looks like a piece of paper, but then she pulls it out and it's like this little bag of coffee grounds. She shakes it up. She goes, "Hey, Matt, I really need your help now." And she spends 3 hope, and she is going to get 2 favors from you.
Ooh.
And because she's going to need it for what she plans. And then once she does find him, every time she finds Goose, she always intimidates him. That's her way of like her love language with him is through like fear. So she gets up to him, and as she's walking up, she uses one. She marked. Oh, this is gonna suck. Yes. She is going to use her dread visage to add a d6 to intimidate, as these kind of shadows just make her look a little more almost mother-like and a little more higher up and like a Voldane, where he would be attracted to that like higher
Okay.
spot.
So, still lies, just a little bit nicer
Yes.
and upper crust. Okay.
Hey, Goose.
Stops, looks towards you, and kind of leans back and kind of strokes one of his horns for a second. Goes,
We really need to polish those.
oh. I try my best, but apparently not to your standards.
Nope, not yet. But I had a little time, so I figured I'd let you take me for a walk.
Could give me a presence roll.
Yep. Okay. That's a critical success. And I guess you can hold my hand.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I will. I'll hold your hand, and it would be quite grand. And he takes your hand and blushes.
Lias holds her hand like 2 feet out, so like they're very separated. Okay. This is gonna be a fun walk. You can tell me all about your day in class.
Of course.
Oh, I also made the gymnastics today. Your sister's really good.
I mean, good. I know she tries her best, and I'm glad that she enjoys herself.
Yeah, I mean, she's way better than you at it.
Yes. I would hope so. I've never been much of a taste for it.
Maybe you should try.
I'd rather leave that to her. She can have her thing. I'll have mine. You know what I mean?
What is your thing again? Like, just act like the bad boy, but do all the good things? Like, I don't get it.
Oh, I sweeps back their hair a little bit as those some more. I guess you could say I lead. I try to do my best to keep everybody out of trouble and take care of problems when they come up. Keep everything running smoothly. To try to keep people from ruining things, I guess. And try to find joy where it is to be found.
Well, I hope you find your joy. And she gives the biggest fake smile as they just continue on their walk, going, Peridot, hurry up.
Give me another presence check there.
Okay. That's a 22 with hope.
Very nice. She goes, I mean, thanks. And then, Peridot, you were trying to get into House Valdane?
Yeah, I'm already there. So.
Yeah.
However, I have to get into his room.
Yeah, so go ahead and give me finesse as you're trying to move on in and gain entry.
That's a 9 with hope.
Okay. In that case, as you're trying to sit there attempting to mark your hope, attempting to get the lock, coming out of their room, you here see this person as Talarian. They are human. They stare down at you and give a really broad smile. Know them as one of the floor resident administrators or assistants to keep the rules here, and sees you at the door as to give this wild smile. Oh, well, if it isn't someone trying to take out our king.
What? Take him out? No. He's not my type.
I mean, other things. You are clearly in violation. This is going to mean more detention, I'm afraid, Peridot. So to take out this little pad. You might not be able to help everybody tomorrow. Your team will have to go down and fight on their own. No points for a royal seamstress, I guess.
Last I checked, detention was later in the day, not early in the morning.
Oh, but this is special detention from trying to break into another student's room, especially one of the nobles of Valdane. I mean, I don't know if there's much I could do. Unless, of course, kind of smiles. You were able to get me the current notebook of your friend Ace. Then we can make a deal. And I need you to make a presence reaction roll, please.
$19 with hope. Although I don't remember if reaction rolls are with hope or fear.
It does not hope for matter with reaction rolls, but a 19. You can choose how you react.
Oh, was he using magic on me? Was he?
No, he was not. He just was using his social powers.
Oh, social power. Well, Talarian fancy pants. Why do you want Ace's notebook anyway? Actually, I'm not even sure he has a notebook. He doesn't really do at class, you know.
I mean, what he has on the other students. I know he does work for his house. I hear that he's rather up in their trust. I would like to know what he knows. That's all. But if that's not the deal you want to take, I guess I'll have to report it.
Does Talarian have white shoes?
He does.
Do they have any, like, I don't know, like, are they dirty in any way?
They are immaculately polished.
Okay. So there's not, like, any speckles of blood.
No.
Does it have to be the notebook? Like, does a copy count?
Taps his notebook. I don't know if I have the time to wait for a copy.
Well, it's a lot easier for me to just ask him, hey, can I copy the secret notes that you have on other people so I can investigate them too? Versus, can I just steal it? One is significantly more difficult than the other.
Very well. And go ahead and give me. It goes. Let me think. Go ahead and give me a presence check.
It's a 10 with fear.
With fear. Very nice. As a okay, I think you can handle this. You're creative and get me what I want. Kind of snaps his fingers as you hear two other students kind of come out from the other ends of the hall, kind of cracking their knuckles. This can get really bad.
Oh, so you're calling the Brute Squad now? Is that what this is?
Well, when someone tries to be wiggly and get out a very fair deal. Besides, someone has to turn you into 24-hour detention.
Ugh.
I mean, after all, you did damage to his door as one of them takes their fist and cracks the door a little bit. See?
Are his other Brute Squad friends wearing white shoes?
One has red shoes, the other one has white shoes.
Okay. These white shoes might turn out to just be some kind of red herring. I'm writing down notes. Hang on. Uh, would did Lies contact me, or was Lies just saying it to like the air or whatnot when she was on her walk with?
Just saying it to the air.
Okay.
She ain't gone yet.
Well, Paradise is going to kind of like cross her arms and get all kind of like grumbly looking, and be like, and be like, well, just so you guys know, I was merely assessing the structure of his doorknob, not breaking in. But seeing as you have a lot more muscles between thing 1 and thing 2, I'm going to be like, what is that? And then I'm going to run.
Amazing. Give me a presence check.
It's 19 with hope.
Okay. I go, what was what? And you run out of there. Ah. And you burst out of the Fontaine dormitory.
Oh man, maybe I should bunk in Nayland's room too.
Okay. And with that, we'll go ahead and go to our break. Alrighty. Very good. Let's see here. Lies, how do you leave, Goose?
Lies leaves him with a kiss on his forehead.
Nice.
I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully you do well in your venture down below.
Yes. And you too. I certainly hope things go well for you and yours.
I'm sure they will. We have your sister on our team, so.
You do know I like and care about my sister, right?
I know, that's what I said. She's on our team.
Okay.
That's why we're going to do well.
Yes, it's okay. Seems. Okay. And he kind of walks off. And any details as we get to the night here?
Kelly is will set up her little spot there and right next to the bed that Nayland sleeps in. And she's got like her pajamas, almost like she's at a sleepover. And it's pretty clear that Tamagotchi is very protective of this nest. So do not get out of the bed on this side or you could yourself getting bit in the foot.
For what it's worth, Nayland is, before going to sleep, makes an effort like, Kelly, you do not have to sleep on the floor. You know that, right?
Sure I do. It's your room.
Well, suit yourself. But there's plenty of room up here, too. And she'll
Really?
scooch over.
She immediately hops up and jumps in the bed.
Okay.
Nathan, thank you for being really good to me these past couple of weeks. It's been a weird adjustment, and anyway, just thanks.
No worries. You've been doing it gracefully, for what that's worth.
I'm trying.
I'm glad gymnastics tryouts went well.
Yeah, me too. I really look forward to putting together our competitive team this year and, you know, getting back to doing things that I love doing. I mean, that used to be my way of getting away from the world, you know.
Yeah. I was
Anyway.
thinking earlier.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, you go
oh
ahead.
no, you go.
No, you go.
Oh no, sorry. When I was talking to Lies, we were talking about, I don't know, how it's been nice being able to go through the motions of school, at least for a little while, and it made me think how important I think this time could be for Peridot. I mean, we're all young, but Peridot's really young. And this is her first chance to, like, actually be a kid, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And she should have fun. I definitely don't want her to have my childhood. Mine was, you know, a lot of lessons and how to treat guests and a lot of people not my age. I think that we should definitely go out of our way to make sure she gets involved in things.
Gymnastics doesn't remind you of that time?
No. Gymnastics, I was with my peers. I was away from home. I was able to just go in my own zone and be creative and really hold an audience in my hand. Sort of like cheerleading, you know? I had a lot more control there.
Ah. I could see why that would be important right now.
What do you mean?
You know, with your adjustments that you're having to make, having to relearn simple things.
Yeah, I was trying to tell you all the other day. I've been learning to read again, and it's actually been pretty great. Professor Vale has been really great.
How much do you trust Professor Vale?
Well, when I got here, I can honestly say that I was kind of in a dark place. I didn't really let you guys in on it that much. But I still remember being out in the woods and that voice talking to me and saying, now she looks on the outside like she does on the inside. And I've replayed that moment over and over again, and then I couldn't see anything. It was just darkness, and it reminded me of what Lies used to say was her fear. And then I just started bit by bit realizing everything I lost. And not seeing you all, and not seeing color, and not being able to perceive the world I used to. And I guess I was just kind of ready to give up and go back home and live the rest of my miserable life. And then Professor Vale started teaching me that she also lost parts of her sight and that she could help me, and she did. She's taught me to read, she's taught me how to interact with magic again, how to experience sensations again, just not with eyes. And there's actually one other thing. I still have the dagger.
Whoa. The one from the wizard school?
Yeah. And I haven't been back to my room to make sure it's still there, but if it's not, that thing is kind of crazy powerful.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just couldn't get rid of it. But I also don't think I could ever force somebody to go through what I'm going through, or what I did go through.
Do you think you were actually considering using it? Or do you think it just kind of represented control, like gymnastics?
I don't know, Nayland. I guess for me, for a while, it was just nice to have an out. Like having something I could use to get everything I lost back. But at the same time, to use it would be the worst type of evil imaginable. I don't know. It's hard to... I mean, you really have to picture it, right? Like, what would you do? And It's not an easy question.
I'm not-
Anyway. What?
Well, I'm not as good about talking about it like you can be about, I don't know, how you're feeling or what you're thinking. I know that I've leaned on you too these last couple weeks, and well, it's been nice, and thank you. You've
Yeah.
got a lot on your plate.
No,
Clearly.
no, lean on me, definitely. I wasn't open, and now it's like I can't wait to see you all, and I spend so much of my time alone, and so I'm ready to just talk and be a part of what we used to all have together. And absolutely, if you ever want to lean on somebody, I mean, I'm always open. Nothing's too small. And I still think about your situation all the time too, and when we go back, whenever that is. But I just wanted to say that I really appreciate you. When we first met, we were on opposite ends, but I depend on you. And you have no idea what even opening up your room for me tonight means to me. And I just wish I was able to say I would do the same. And I don't know if I would have. And that kills me. But you're a good person. So anyway, we should get some sleep because we got to fight tomorrow.
Yeah. But we've got Peridot with us, so she's a killer. We're gonna rock it.
Oh yeah. And as Kelly kind of takes your hand, Tamagotchi is going to lie down right in between us and going to stare at you for a minute.
Boy. Nayland thinks to herself how creepy that is and how Kelly would never know.
All right. Anything else?
Before the day is over, Peridot would first scope out whether or not it would be safe to go back to her dorm, considering Talarian and his brute squad might be waiting for her. And if they are, then she is going to conveniently spend the night somewhere else.
Amazing. Go ahead and give me an instinct.
It is a 14 with fear.
Okay. Dealing with the fear. Okay. Looking, you see that it appears to be all clear. And even as you kind of spy through different windows, through open doorways, you can see a room, and there is a large parchment that is attached to your door.
What does it say?
All right, going on up to it. It simply says, Peridot, while the needs tomorrow are too great, starting the day after afternoon classes, you are to be in detention for the next 10 days for destruction of school property and sloppy spy work.
I don't know what I'm more upset about. The fact that they knew that I was doing sloppy spy work, or that I'm being blamed for somebody else's destruction of property.
Indeed. And I'd just say, what type of projects does Peridot have in her room?
Oh, probably an assortment of different things. Like she has, because like Peridot's very much like an ADHD creator. That being said, she has about like 10 different projects and none of them are done. And they are like maybe not even like the best would probably be halfway done. So like there's an embroidery piece that's like kind of just like the corner of a handkerchief that she was making for Naylin. And then there was like some kind of like jewelry thing that she was making for Lies that was like making around like a little kind of like charm bracelet with different kind of animal skulls, like, but they were all plastic, not actual real skulls, because getting real skulls and then shrinking them down would probably be really hard. And then she was thinking about like doing something cool for Ace, like maybe some kind of like super secret spy gear, or like I don't know, a comfy pair of gloves, something like that. And then there are like all of her designs that she has for like different ideas for the dresses for the house monarchs, and every single house monarch has like a place on like her ideas board.
Interesting. So coming in, you see all these projects that you've been working on, the spy gear and even the house monarchs, and everything has been disassembled and torn apart. Parts of it broken, and these ongoing projects disabled. Kind of weeks, maybe month worth of work is gone. And in particular, any type of needles that you have all been snapped in two. And your tools, kind of the screwdrivers, look like they've been melted. The metal in their place by some type of magic. What does Peridot do?
I feel like there's like this zoom up on Peridot's face, and like first it's all welling with tears, and then the eyebrows invert and go into angry mode, and she's like, "You wanted the information on who Ace has his dirt on Talarian? Cracks knuckles. You're gonna find out soon." Who can play at this game?
Very good. Then, anything else for the night?
Peridot salvages all of her broken things, sniffles some, and then assembles a lot of like the small, like broken, jagged pieces in front of the doorway. So if somebody comes in, they'll step on them like little tiny Legos or D4s.
Perfect. Anything else?
That's it. She will lock the door and cry herself to sleep.
Oh. In that case, does anyone, as a group, are you going to process downtime?
I can skip if we need to.
Same. I don't particularly need to.
Correct. I have nothing marked off on my sheet, actually.
I only have one thing marked off, but it's nothing that's super important.
Well, I have 5 stress.
Okay. Well, I think we're going to process downtime then.
Pretty sure Peridot's in crazy shape too.
Yeah. I'm missing like HP, and then like I have a lot of my abilities marked off. But it's mostly just HP. Luckily.
Very cool. So is this, you can tell me, is this going to be short or long?
I think I can get away with a short rest.
Same.
Cool.
All right, then. Anyone who's taken them, please describe your actions.
Nayland, would you like to prepare something with me?
Absolutely. And I was also going to say, if Peridot did want to come have a slumber party in the safety of Nalen's room, I can also help Peridot with something.
And I can tend to your wounds if you need me to. Or repair armor or whatever. Clear your stress.
Well, while everybody's figuring out theirs, Liz first goes into her room. We see her look at the camera. She gets up. You see her pull this little sign. She hangs it on the camera screen. It says close for business. And the next thing in the background, you see blurry images of Liz pulling out a coffee pot machine, roasting these beans, getting them nice steamed, putting them into the coffee pot. You start smelling the dark roast hint of the airs as she does her tithe to her patron. Because I have to do this every downtime or else Matt gets feared.
Yep.
So that is one thing. And then after she gets her perfectly brewed coffee, she then looks at it and sips it and just lets all that stress go away.
Peridot, are you coming to our room?
Yeah, I think I will.
In that case, you can join us with the preparations for To Hope, and I'm sure both Nayland and I can help you with items.
I can help you with 2 things because of my ancestry or whatever as well.
So what do you need help with, Peridot?
I need to tend to my wounds.
All right, I will go ahead and tend to your wounds.
Ace for his long rest is gonna just prepare on his own, as well as clear some stress. And I guess for him, clearing stress in his room would be so. Ace's, can I describe Ace's room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His room is like completely trashed. Anything like any mirror, anything reflective that he had on the walls, he either broke it or ripped it off at some point, and it's all basically just like in a pile under like in a bag he basically tied out of his sheets. And to release stress, he would just be like casting spells into it, essentially just causing the metal to explode or whatever as he just starts freaking out.
All right, Peridot, your wounds should be taken care of with that. As I spend the time kind of patching you up while Tamagotchi is like putting some food he found nearby.
Matt is working on a project only for long rests.
I believe the launch project is only on the long rest.
Okie dokie.
And Peridot, maybe I've been meaning to talk to you anyway, but you know, the gymnastics team will need uniforms, and you're good at making things. Maybe you can include it on your, I don't know, your list of things.
I would like to, Kelly, but I have to get new tools.
Oh, well, I'm
Also,
sure we can buy you some.
I'll be really busy in the afternoons for a while.
Oh, did you join a club?
No,
Do you have a friend?
no, I did really bad trying to break into Goose's room, and I got caught.
Oh, well, I'll talk to Goose.
And Talarian gave me detention.
Talarian.
She's like the house monitor. And
Oh.
Peridot says it very much like that.
I see.
And he and his stupid goon squad broke into my room and trashed it.
They did what?
But don't worry, I'm gonna get back at them.
Darn right we are.
See, I have a plan. The perfect plan. I'm going to make him regret ever saying my name. And it's like the air around Peridot just like gets darker and darker and darker. And then it immediately brightens up. But that's a tomorrow problem.
Yeah. Maybe I could talk to this Talarian too.
But I did know he did have white shoes. And one of his goon squad friends also had white shoes. But his other friend had red shoes. So I'm thinking maybe the white shoes might be a lead, or it might not be,
Yeah, I
because
think,
a lot of people might have white shoes.
yeah, I don't even know if I'm wearing white shoes.
They're white but with blue stripes.
Oh. Well, we'll figure this out, Peridot, and see what we need to do to Larian to get you out of detention. Okay, there. You should be all better now.
Well, thanks. As Peridot looks at how the cracks in her arms are kind of mended now.
Peridot, when's your birthday?
In the spring, technically.
Okay.
I only remember that it was in the spring because that's when the snow melted.
Well, we'll just have to find a day in there.
All right. Everybody got their down times?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Ace, did you have to do yours?
No, I just cleared stress and
Did your D4 stress clear? D4 plus 1?
yes.
Oh, like plus more than that. But there you go. In that case, we will end there for tonight. Come on to our stuff next.
No, it's too short.
Good night.